cozy farming sim game genre is a tough market. There are so many good titles available, so setting yourself apart from what is already out there is hard to do. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at Everdream Valley, one of the newest and cutest 3D farming sim games that is coming to the Switch and PC soon. I'm going to go through some of the reasons that you should purchase, and some of the things that didn't quite hit the mark for me. So if you're thinking of purchasing, make sure you watch this video before you hit that buy button. For full transparency, I did receive a game key, however all the opinions here are my own, so that's the formalities out of the way, let's get into this review. So before we get into the review, let me give you a brief explanation about this game. This is a farming sim at heart, but there is definitely a big adventure to be had here too. The game starts as you're abandoned by your mother to spend the school holidays with your aging grandparents on their homestead. They have had a very tough year. This has caused the farm to become run down and it's in need of some major TLC. This is where you come in, as it's your role to help revive the farm to its former glory. Think of it as a summer project. There is a wide range of crops to grow and harvest. You can also plant fruit trees and bushes in your very own orchard. The farm also has a very vast range of animals that will help it come alive. There are over 20 animals lurking around the valley, so you'll never be short of a furry or fluffy companion. Some of these you can even have living on your farm, and it's your job to take care of them as well, such as sheep, cows, pigs, chickens, and even the most adorable alpacas that I ever did see. A farming game would also not be complete without an animal sidekick. Well, in this game, you don't just have one, you actually have two, a cat and a dog. And you also have the ability to train them to help you out. So far, you're probably thinking, well, this all sounds pretty standard, like a normal farm sim. However, there is a reason this game has Everdream in the title, and that is because when the sun sets, that is when the magic happens. Each night in your dreams, you take on a role of one of the many animals and play a unique minigame. How successful you are in your nocturnal adventure will affect the farm the next morning, and you may even get a reward. In addition to the dreams and working on the farm, there are so many adventures and quests to fulfill that will all help towards improving the homestead. So hopefully that's enough to give you an insight into the game. Here are my favourite things about Everdream Valley. So firstly, do not get me wrong, I absolutely love farming sim games. They are so much fun, they're so easy and relaxing. But we've all been there when we've been playing a farming sim, repeatedly clicking to harvest our crops. It can sometimes get a bit tedious. While Everdream Valley has definitely simplified the farming mechanics, you can use your basket to auto-collect crops and bushes and some items that are laying around the valley. Watering your crops is pretty easy to do as well because you can water multiple crops at once. It really does make farming a dream. Very nice, very simple, very clean. Plus points for that, definitely. So my second favourite thing about this game is that it is definitely relaxing. There is a sandbox aspect to it in some senses, and I think that you can definitely take everything, do it at your own pace. There's little to no pressure to do anything in a rush. In some farm and life sims, I often feel myself rushing around to complete things either before my stamina runs out or before nightfall hits. In this game, there is a clock, but the days are very long, so you can do things super slow if you wanted to, or go out and explore. You've got plenty of time. The stamina also refills pretty quickly from sprinting/running, and when performing actions that do not replenish your stamina, there is plenty of fruit that really quickly replenishes your stamina, so you're not having to go and cook loads of meals just so that you can get through the day. You really don't have to worry about that. In addition to that, there is no combat. The only thing you have to kind of worry about is some aggressive geese and some wolves if you stray too far from the farm during the night. But honestly, they weren't too much of a bother, and once you know what you're dealing with, they're easy to handle. Another thing that I did really enjoy about this game is the graphics. More to the point, that is just so cute, and I think that this will be a drawing point to the game for a lot of people because frankly the cuteness level is just off of the charts. Particularly when it comes to the animals in the game, these really are the stars of the show. You've got fluffy, cute sheep, some chubby round cows, and the alpacas. I have no words for just how damn cute they are. Really, really nicely designed, and I think well thought through, to be honest, because they knew what they were doing. Their target audience said, yes, we need cute animals. The character graphics are also really nice as well. They've got 3D art style, almost chibi-like, but honestly, it is all about the animals. Whilst we're on the topic, I'll talk about the scenery. It's okay, it's nice, it's nothing spectacular, but honestly, I didn't expect that for a game that is going to be ported to the Switch. You still can get some nice views, but they're not going to be like, wow, that's an amazing scenic view. You're just not going to get that, but it is still nice and it makes for good exploring. So the final positive thing I wanted to discuss is the sheer amount of content within this game. It is quite remarkable. I honestly think it is going to take absolutely hours to get anywhere near completion. At the moment, I've played maybe 11 hours, over 10 hours, and the map, there is still so much to explore because it is locked behind bridges, so I'll have to unlock them as the story progresses. Aside from that, you also have the main story quests and side quests to complete, and if you wanted to, you could try and complete all of the achievements. The dreams and the mini games, which you're required to do to take care of your animals, also add another layer of fun content. So you are truly busy all the time, and there is so many things you can be doing. Because it's sandbox, so there is no stress, as I said earlier. These different activities give you a break from watering your crops, so it doesn't feel monotonous, and there's kind of different things that you can branch off and do if you wanted to. Honestly, I'm excited to see what comes later in the story as well. Overall, I would say the experience of the gameplay so far has been really positive, but there are just a few little things that I've picked up on that are just niggling with me a little bit. So I'm going to share with them because it wouldn't be a proper review if I didn't. Maybe these things will get fixed later on, but we'll have to wait and see. But here they are. So normally when you play a new game, there is a set structure to the quests and you progress through them. It's normally in a linear fashion, so everything kind of works up. Everdream Valley doesn't quite do that. In this game, because of the sandbox aspect of it, you can actually complete future quests before they even become available to you. You may think, well, that doesn't sound like too much of a problem, and you're right, it isn't, but it is mildly annoying, especially when you milked a cow and then grandma decides later on that she now wants you to milk a cow. I then had to wait 3 days to complete this quest. That's just a little bit of frustration, and sometimes it does leave you feeling, well, what's happening now? Why am I doing this? It's not too much of an issue, and it's just, I don't know if it's just me, but when I find a new game, I just want to go out and explore and find everything and do everything. But knowing that future down the line, you may get locked behind a quest, it just, I don't know. There's just something about it. I would just like there to be more of a clearer structure with it. And you're not allowed to do certain things before certain things happen, if that makes sense. So there is one thing that really annoys me, and I really hope that this is just a glitch, but I don't understand why they've done it. So whenever you run into a bush, you become stuck, you slow down, and then it takes forever to speed up again. I don't know why you would do that, but it became mildly infuriating whilst running around my valley, and because of the capture area, you got caught there when you didn't even think you were caught there. I hope that can be fixed. I hope that's something that they think about removing because it is just annoying. One of the things that I thought was great to begin with was the inventory management and the fact that you could, even if your inventory was full, it would send it automatically back to your storage and it would stay there, so you didn't have to worry about dropping items. I thought that was fantastic. And then I got a little bit into the game and I had so many items and it became hard to find. You can expand your backpack, which is great, and you see that in most farming games, but you just have one chest and there is 100 slots in it. I don't know what comes in the future. Maybe there'll be another chest that I can find, but I couldn't organize things. There was kind of an auto sort feature, which was good, but it wasn't quite there. I think that they need to do a little bit more work on the inventory management, that's for sure. The final kind of semi-negative thing I wanted to add is very much my opinion, and I think yours may vary, but at points in the game it did feel like it was verging on childish. I don't know what was causing me to feel this way, whether it was a lack of following a kind of deeper story, the graphics, or the dumbed down farming mechanics, which I did say is a positive. It can be a positive, that's for sure, but it definitely felt at times this was aiming for a younger gaming audience as opposed to maybe a mature, cozy gaming one. I will say I still have enjoyed and played it, but at times I just questioned myself, should I be enjoying this as an adult woman? It definitely isn't the complex Stardew Valley style farming game, that's for sure. But who knows, this might be exactly what you're looking for. I definitely found it relaxing, so yeah. But without further ado, let's get on to some scores. So overall, I'm going to give this a solid 8 out of 10. I have really enjoyed the gameplay, there is lots to see and do, and it is super cute, there is no denying that. But where this game lets itself down is the story. Yes, there are plenty of quests to do, however, I've just been wanting a bit more from it. There's not really that character connection, that character interaction, and there's definitely not the depth of story that I'm used to. I do think though that this is an excellent value game at $25 full price or £21 full price, and it's currently in the sale at 20% off, so if you're thinking about buying, now might be a good time. But for the amount of content you get, you cannot complain at all. There is so much and it really is jam-packed. The real question though, am I going to keep playing this game? Yes, I think I probably will. I will definitely pick it up again, but I don't think it's going to be my next hyperfixation. It's definitely not going to get the hours put into it that Stardew, Animal Crossing have. It's just going to be there for when I want something that's a bit more mundane, I think. So that concludes our review. I hope you found this helpful, especially if you are considering purchasing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I shall see you again soon with another video. Bye bye!